think that you guys are in the same spirit of the people that fought for this country and our democratic institutions to remain sacred and fair.
Yeah.
And you thinking that you're in the spirit of them while it's people walking around in the Capitol with Confederate flags.
Yes.
Where people died so that the Confederate flag would not be waved at something like the Capitol.
Yes, yes.
And it's people marching through the Capitol with Confederate flags.
Right.
Cats walking through the Capitol with Camp Auschwitz t-shirts on.
Come on.
You are you think that y'all are in the spirit of those who gave their lives to fight for the democracy
That is the
of this
height of
nation.
disrespect.
You are disrespecting the nation.
Facts.
And you are cowards and you are ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm not mincing words.
Yes.
As much as problems as I have with America
Sure.
and America's complicity to racism, just like Baldwin said, the reason that I critique America so much is because I love America.
That's right. That's right.
And
Yeah.
I will stand for what America actually should be.
Exactly.
And if y'all think that y'all are in the spirit of these people that gave their lives to make sure to preserve the sacred institutions of America and for America to be about justice and liberty for all,
Right.
you are deceiving your freaking selves.
You are. Yeah.
You are lost in the sauce, bro.
Yeah.
And Trumpism has done it to you. It's
Facts.
warped your brain.
Facts,
It's
right.
not. It's a Trumpism has become a whole nother party.
Yes, yes.
It's an ideology. It has.
Right.
It's above. It's transcended him as a person.
Right.
You are in there with alt-right racist people wearing Camp Auschwitz shirts, Confederate flags. There was other dudes that had other Nazi flags that were more associated with alt-right, neo-Nazi fringe stuff. So you don't really notice it as much. It's not like people were in there with swastika flags like at Charlottesville. Same kind of people were in there,
Right.
and y'all think that. And you guys who claim to be patriots, you guys who claim to be people who love America, think that the democratic institutions of America should be preserved and fought for. Y'all are going to interrupt a sacred process of democracy that is happening and think that you are doing the work of God?
No.
Or the work of liberty or justice?
Yeah.
You are deceived.
Yeah.
You are deceived.
That's right. Yeah.
And you are deceived because of a man who has convinced you that his conspiracy theories are true, though all of the empirical evidence prove him wrong.
All the ways that we find out if things are true. The regular way in which we arrive
to truth,
to confidence in things, thrown out the window.
Totally thrown out the window.
I was having a conversation with a brother in the Lord, who was telling me that the conversation that Donald Trump had with the Secretary of State in Georgia when they had that convo that was recorded that they ended up releasing.
Right.
He was telling me that, Donald Trump was in that conversation simply trying to set a trap. He was saying, I want 11,000 votes, not because he actually wanted it. That would be wrong.
Though he was already saying that several times before.
Before that. But none of that, all of that was him being shrewd. It was him being crafty and trying to give this gentleman, this Georgian official and his lawyer, a chance to come clean. And I said to this brother, I said, brother, when you get to the place when you begin creating explanations for folks.
You're creating narratives.
When the heart of idolatry is when you know it's failing you, but you begin to create narratives and stories and evidences and way out with sort of explanations to keep holding on to it.
My goodness.
That's the heart of idolatry, man. And that's what you're doing. This is what we talked about in high school when I was telling Ameen earlier before we started the show. I was talking to a homie years ago. We were in high school and dudes were cheating on all his girlfriends and stuff like that. Kind of what folks did back then. Well, unfortunately, some folks have not moved out of that. But he said he was dating this girl, and he said, man, I had to break up with her, man, because she would let me get away with anything. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yo, like, I would be like, she would hit me up like, yo, where were you last night? And I wouldn't have a good answer. And she'd be like, you were with your friends, right? And I'd be like, yeah, I was with my friends. The reason you didn't answer your phone because it was dead, right? Yeah, my phone was dead. She would literally be feeding him explanations
answers,
because she was forming a alternative reality so that she can hold on to what she loves.
Even though she knew that he didn't
Even
really
though
know her
she knew.
She was deceiving herself.
It was deceiving herself, and that's the thing, man. Self-deception that is also wrapped with a veneer of a pursuit of righteousness is the worst kind of deception.